Good morning, Miss Deb, and how are you?
I'm
Welcome
just,
to our quickie on the new products for 2019.
I'm so excited. It's wonderful to be here with you this morning and to chat. So it's just fantastic.
Well, of the whole row of all of the new products that will be available on October 1st, except for these two beautiful ones here, what was your favorite?
Can I have two?
Yes.
Okay. The turmeric capsules, I started them right away to reduce inflammation, and I'm just loving them. And I mean, although I was able to use the oil internally, this just makes it so simple, and the added bonus of the powder. And I have been diffusing the adaptive oil. I haven't started the capsules yet, but I love the adaptive oil.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, of course, is the celery seed,
Uh-huh.
which was on my list, wanting doTERRA to have that from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to celery seed, people are going to really, really like that a lot. And of course, the pure rose. It's
Yeah.
amazing that doTERRA is offering this as a direct purchase because it's the Belgium rose. Oh, and look, it's our first one up, Miss Deb.
Yes.
Now, have you used yours yet?
Uh, well, yes.
Good.
Sparingly. And as you mentioned, party in the tube. I have a party in the tube of rose, so I carry it with me, and it's just amazing.
Yes, I got to tell you, that is the way to go. That bottle is so precious. And because it's about inspiring love, remembering love, reconnecting, feeling cared about, being in good space all the time, you want to use just a teeny bit. And when you're finished with the teeny bit, you don't want to be handling that bottle. So
Mm-hmm.
immediately when we got it at convention, we broke out the inhalers, and it's probably not even a full drop. I shared with Deb and some of my friends, and just a teeny drop inside the inhaler was an amazing experience. Plus, they're still using it. You carry
Oh,
it around
sure.
with you. Sorry,
The
go ahead.
Excuse me?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say they call this the oil of self-love, and I really like that because it is. When you breathe that in, there's just something about it. It really makes you radiate from the outside, from the inside out. It does give you such a good feeling of well-being. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, our friend Connie Boucher has always said that if you have pure rose and use a teeny bit right at the top of your sternum, it will balance your heart and your mind. And at the same time, all of your chakras that may have been a little bit out of rhythm come into rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So your body and your essence of who you are balance. And then it's up to you with whatever you say next. I am happy. I am healthy. I am
Mm-hmm.
healing. The connection is quite amazing. And for repairing relationships, for getting over, one lady wrote to me yesterday and said, I can't believe you told me to do this because I have this thing of I need to be right. She said, I had said to her, your need to be right is in the way of your being happy because you can't communicate without being right. I said this to her
Mm-hmm.
at convention. And she was surprised. And then she thought about it and she said, you're right. I need to be right. I said,
Mm-hmm.
well, Rose will help you be right quietly initially. And then Rose will help you appreciate where the other person is coming from. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people don't have compassion for themselves because of how they were raised or whatever takes place in their life. So it's really hard for them to allow different opinions to take place right in front of them. This has
That
been a
makes sense. And what I think about Rose, it does so many things that you would think would be the opposite of each other, like diffusing for energy and vitality. But then they also said use 5 drops 20 minutes before bedtime to help you with sleep. So it does just the opposite. So, I mean, you would think they would contradict each other, but it's just so amazing. It does completely different things at different times of the day, which is just amazing to me.
I think the 5 drops might have been in a diffuser. Is that possible?
Yes, yes.
I would say because
Hmm.
5 drops would be a lot of oil to put
Oh,
on a.
yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was to diffuse it, starting to diffuse it before bedtime.
Wait,
Um,
more rows. I'm trying to be right. Sorry. Okay.
no, you were good.
Okay. Notice this nice price here. And
Hmm.
what's really cool is that it's 200 PV. Because with this price, I was thinking they weren't going to give us much PV because it costs so much to make it. It's 275 bucks for the 5 mil. But trust me, folks, it takes a teeny, teeny bit. I've used Pure Rose for years and lots of blends. A lot of you have the blends I've shared with you. You That's the secret ingredient. You'll come to me and say, I can't quite identify. What is it? Well, now you know it was rose this whole time because I had a source. I actually have 2 sources. But the Bulgarian rose is the richest. And in order to get the maximum benefit for rose, diffusing is extraordinary. Direct application, just one little area. And rose has been known to heal broken hearts, help people through grieving. It is an amazing gift. And like Deb mentioned, we have a website, and on the website, we have a huge, each one of these products, we are doing major webinars on individually, and there's educational documents with lots of protocols on how to use it.
Hmm.
This is just a brief summary of why we love doTERRA skincare products, because all the things that are in our everyday products that cause us toxicity, we don't even know it. We don't even think about it. In my generation, back when Moses and I grew up, everybody wore lots of makeup because it was a novelty. And they would put, layers of different shades of colors on their face and eye cream, and the mascara back then even had like little chunks in it. It was so busy. I never got involved, fortunately. Um, wouldn't put anything near my eyes. So I feel very fortunate that I didn't get to have all these extra toxic chemicals. And
Hmm.
even though today they're cleaning them up, did you know that the top models in Paris now, for 2 years, will wear no makeup at all because some of their friends who previously were the top models now had different forms of cancer directly related to the processing of chemicals.
Wow.
Countries are going to fall into line. The beauty of doTERRA's, everything they make, number one is what's not in it. But number two is the gift it gives to your skin, the gift it gives to cleansing. I mean, we lived in New Jersey and New York for years. And one of the things I used to tell Debbie was, I dusted this morning and it's all back. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter how many times you dust or vacuum, the density of population, the what used to be so many factories there. There's so much pollution in the air. We're breathing it, we're taking it in. And if you wear makeup, it kind of sits on your skin for a while too. And the cleansing from doTERRA was such an amazing gift for deep cleansing the skin, getting it accustomed to being healthy.
No, that it's true. And the feel of this and the feel of having clean skin and having it open, and I noticed a difference in the texture in mine and the coloring and everything since using this. I don't use a lot of product anymore, and it's great to be natural. It saves a lot of time getting ready, that's for sure.
Yes. And at convention, we ran into a lot of people who said, I really have worked at using less makeup and I
Hmm.
can't believe the difference in how I sleep. One lady was saying she used to wake up in the morning with craggy eyes, whatever craggy eyes was. And she realized her body was purging the toxins she had put on the day before. Even though she had cleansed her skin, it was still purging. So this is an internal supplement. This is actually capsules that are really pretty. The
Hmm.
Yarrow Palm. And
Hmm.
because so many of us, when we got the Yarrow Palm last year, we knew we could take it internally. and amazing things happened at the hormone level. And it just took like 4 drops a day, besides what was being applied to the face people were taking internally. So doTERRA took it to the next step. So this is for the face. This is your internal supplement. And this is the one that says from the neck down will help you with major reconstruction. What's beautiful about these is they'll be available in January. Of course, they told us mid-December, but I'm not going to pretend everything is going to work right. I'm going to pretend like January will be the soonest we can get it. There are 25 cities where the company is doing post-convention tours, and at this point in time, the rumor has it there will be kits at the post-convention tour. For people in New Jersey, I think the closest one is going to be in Monroeville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
That one was just added to the list, and I believe that is the first weekend in October.
Okay, because coming up soon. Good.
Yeah, check in your back office, and if you want to go and get a kit, that would be the place to do it. Here's the Cellular Beauty Complex. You take it inside, and it's a powerful antioxidant, support health, and it supports healthy metabolic function and includes celery seed, frankincense, palmarosa, turmeric, and melissa. So you understand this is really powerful. When you
Oh,
have
yeah.
a combination, the celery seed's an amazing gift we're going to talk about in a minute. But all of these have to do with repair, motivation of repair, and oxygen distribution, also elimination of viral and bacteria elements that shouldn't be in your system to begin with. So it's very powerful. And like everything else, if you use it consistently, it's amazing what it can do for you. This combination is a little different with the jojoba, the sunflower, the avocado, grapeseed, and this particular combination not only will increase hydration, Deb said she used it on her dry feet and was amazed at the difference. It promotes the collagen production against wrinkle reduction. And it's intended for everything from the neck below. And whenever you purchase the skincare products, understand they're kind of made fresh. They make them and then you want to purchase them and then use them. We have very quick turnover of what's on the shelf at doTERRA, and they manufacture and assemble the natural ingredients on a timely basis. So you optimize the vitality that is inside these products. They didn't make them 2 years ago and now they're going to ship them to you. They are
Great.
literally creating them shortly before they are shipped because they gather all the ingredients first before they start assembling. Here's an example. Somebody used this right at convention. They had a beautiful child who had everything very dry and uncomfortable. 24 hours later, with 3 applications, and they used the body serum because they didn't know it's really for the neck down. But look what a difference it made.
Amazing. Yeah. You could see the wrinkles gone away. You could see her dry, peeling skin is healed. That's fascinating in 24 hours.
Okay. Who there loves the kids line?
Me.
I love the kids line. What's your favorite, Deb?
Oh, I use Rescuer and Calmer consistently.
Great. I use Rescuer for my seniors, and I use the Tamer immediately.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Tamer is such a gift for little tummy aches and nausea. It's great for little kids in stressful situations, or sometimes kids don't ride well in a car. You start tummy tamer, and you go from there. On the
Yep.
website next week, you're going to see a complete chart for the whole kids line. I love the tummy tamer. I was very excited to see that because, as you know, little Stella and Lucci and the little nieces and nephews of friends of ours, they love the oils. And so for tummies that are having trouble, this is amazing. It's spearmint, Japanese peppermint, black pepper, parsley seed, and ginger. These are all great to help with rapid growth because sometimes kids have a sensitive tummy when they're going through rapid growth periods.
Hmm.
And also for their ears, you're laughing, but ginger is great to keep ears and candida at bay.
Oh, sure.
Use these gentle things for the kids. You will be amazed how all of us kids can benefit.
Well, my friend's daughter that I sent it to right away, of course, she, at the end of the school day on the ride home, she would be experiencing car sickness every day. And since she's been using that, first of all, she feels empowered to, to treat herself, but it has really, really helped. And the rides home and everything have improved tremendously just using it. So it really does work.
Yes. Celery seed, da, 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 da,
Yay!
happy dance up and down the halls at our hotel. Happy dance, happy dance. This
Yes.
is such an amazing gift, you guys. Oh my gosh. And people are going like, what? Yeah. And Dr. Hill, of course, was making fun of it and saying things, although it's extremely good for you, that if you put it directly in your mouth, the taste is not too bad. And then it gets a little beardish or bitter. It's
Hmm.
actually a gift. When celery seed oil, what we call it, that runs on your tongue and it changes, you get an aftertaste. It's a very rich crop. And this is so good. It is silky. It is small molecules. It literally runs through your system to eliminate high end toxins. And the reason we categorize them as high end is because they're combinations of pollutants in your body causes major difficulty. We're talking about relief from heavy metal poisoning. We're talking about relief from black mold contamination. We're talking about the gift to the esophagus. There used to be on the market a purple pill that used
Hmm.
to brag about how it helped you with fissures inside your esophagus. They had to stop advertising that because it was a big lie. Well, this actually contributes to repairing the inside of the esophageal lining. It's amazing. I've used it for years to help people during their recovery from chemotherapy. And it's always something that once the initiation of repair starts, people get very excited. How can something so simple as celery be such a gift? It's amazing. It improves digestion, taken internally, the nervous system for calming the body. You take 2 drops, I mean, you pop it under your tongue. It is great for the urinary tract and kidney support when you combine it with juniper berry, take it in a capsule. We've used it for years with people who have challenges in the kidney area and they sometimes go in for treatments on a regular basis, if you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying.
Hmm.
And we would put it right over the top of the kidneys and the adrenals with juniper berry, and it would help the fatigue that's going on inside the kidneys. It provides relief in that area. It does help with muscle joints and um, pain in those areas. Celery seed is a wonderful antioxidant. It's great for the heart. Think in terms of long muscles. Think in terms of dense organ material. That's why
Hmm.
it's bring inside of your esophagus. It's a rapidly an area that the cells reproduce very rapidly because they get used up really fast inside your esophagus, inside your mouth, your teeth and gums. The celery seed's an amazing gift. You can combine it with your wonderful On Guard toothpaste. You can combine it with the mouthwash and just keep
Sure.
your body. Deb, you went through some dental challenges this last year. Didn't you love the mouthwash? Wasn't it helpful?
Oh, that was a gift for me, absolutely. But I wish I had celery seed too.
Now we have celery seed,
Yes.
and I've already incorporated it in some of the consults I've done with people to help them help themselves.
Hmm.
On the website, we have many pages of protocols. Here's an example.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to let go of old pain, celery seed is amazing for emotional balance, emotional recovery. It initiates repair if you want it. A lot of times when we've gone through heavy emotional situations, we want to be able to control or manage or get even, or there's any number of things. Celery seed with cilantro and helichrysum roll over the back of the neck and the low back and avoid obvious sugar. This is part of letting go of old pain because many times we stuff pain rather than resolve it. When we stuff pain rather than resolve it, the body thinks we want to keep the pain in that area. Celery seed says, okay, let's start over. Let's fix this and not do this again. It's important when you're using oils that you declare an intention. You must be perfectly present to optimize the usage of essential oils. If you're using any product, whether it's medication or essential oils or nutrition, you should be talking to your cells when you're consuming or you're applying and saying, okay, here's some help. My intention is that we're all going to feel better. And in that moment of your declaring and you're connecting your energy with the cellular motivation of the essential oils, the changes get optimized. The more you're consistent with application and usage, the better you're going to feel.
I think those are great. I really love those protocols. Thank you for them.
Right. And you got to say things like, I'm free to accept my true beauty. I am free to enjoy good health. I am free of what limits me. Get rid of the sticky stuff over the adrenals and the
Mhm.
kidneys. A lot of times we don't want to let go of other people's criticism. We take it in, we process it rather than
Mhm.
accept the fact they're having a bad day.
Right. And
So we,
that's like an amazing combination. I like that celery seed, wild orange, spearmint, geranium,
Mhm.
along with the evacuated coconut oil. Throw that in a roller bowl. I can just see using that all the time and
Well,
just saying, I'm
you
going to
know,
feel good.
right. When you're raised with the attitude that you have to please others, you sometimes take on misinformation, and celery seed kind of pries it off, that misbelief off of your cells, and then it's up to you to drink water and actually allow yourself to feel good about your uniqueness. And statements like, I am worthy of feeling good all of the time. I am trusting
Hmm.
myself to participate with my own life and allow others their lessons. I'm grateful to discover I have more energy and time for my passion. That's really important, guys. You got to have time for you and what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And Celery Seed doesn't care if this is something current going on at work, at home, on the parkway, on the highway. Letting go of comparing, competing, judgments, letting go of regrets, this entire block. When you let go of worrying, you will be amazed how much time you have to appreciate Mother Nature, how much time you have to appreciate winning at Mahjong, right, Deb?
Absolutely.
We love Mahjong. You
We
know,
do.
haven't figured out a way to play it on Skyping, though. We got to figure that out.
But
Better.
I'm looking at this chart and you don't realize, like, I think I'm a positive person, but yet when I look at this, I know there's things that I still hold on to, like deep down and not real. So I'm really excited about using it for this. I didn't realize that was the purpose, but what a way to having good well-being.
Right. Well, since the time of Hippocrates and all the fathers of medicine, all people studying healing and recovery and wanting to offer change and choices to people, people clearly understand the connection between what we think about and what happens, the connection
Mm-hmm.
between emotional pain and physical pain. Some
Right.
people say the emotional pain comes first, some people say the physical pain comes first. So, whatever, if you choose to feel good, you kind of skip the part about, is that yours or mine, you know?
Yes.
And we've talked about juniper berry for years for your bladder, and
Yes.
people have recurring bladder infections. One of the things we try to say as gently as we can is you need to let go of old resentment. You need to let go of not being heard. You need to let go of feeling unloved,
Mm-hmm.
because juniper berry will re-educate the cells. When you've had to take prescriptions for relief of infections in the urinary tract area, the bladder area, juniper berry working with the celery seed is amazing for re-education. What you're telling the cells is, we don't want to harbor infection. We're going to let go. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to replace that negative thinking pattern with self-love, with caring about our successes, with playing back our successes, as opposed to finding fault. When you get to the end of the day, a gentle reevaluation is fine. You don't need to crucify yourself for a simple social error or maybe misunderstanding when you were trying to communicate to somebody you care about.
Mm-hmm.
And these are great.
Well, who wouldn't want to restore their cells back to perfect DNA, RNA? Come on. I mean, we're all looking to do that. So what a nice combination.
Right,
Now,
and Dr. Hill recommended the celery seed with cinnamon. I caution everyone with cinnamon, please
yes.
use lots of fractionated coconut oil, because unless people are generally well hydrated, the cinnamon is going to warm the skin. The cinnamon might cause a rash reaction. You need to really use fractionated coconut oil with cinnamon. It's an amazing gift to all of your insides. In the winter, it's part of our protocols for warming people's body from the inside out. I mean, from the outside in. You use it very sparingly, but it's an amazing gift to the urinary tract. It's amazing for your pancreas. It lights up your heart. I mean, there's so many good things about cinnamon. Ah, I was surprised when we got citronella. I love citronella. Everybody knows it keeps you insect free. But people forget it's emotional uplifting and stress reducing. It's excellent for cleaning surfaces. So I got home, I took the citronella, I ran to the edges of my garage doors, around my outside windows. I was washing everything with citronella. I don't want any little friends to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And it
excellent.
smells really good too. So
I like how when they were presenting this, they said it's soothing to the skin and scalp. You can put it in your shampoo. So I looked it up. It's extraordinary for varmints, little teeny varmints that can get in
oh,
your hair and scalp. So you can add a couple of drops to the doTERRA shampoo if you're out in the woods or you have visited areas that may have little invaders. Citronella is an amazing gift.
would that be good for the invaders that school children get?
It certainly would contribute to recovery on that one.
Okay.
Yes, it would, along with our special combination with rosemary
Mm-hmm.
on guard. It's really amazing. The one thing I found with parents is they forget they got to wash sheets every day, sheets of pillowcases. They
Oh
have to
yeah.
wash it every day during the process of recovering the little invaders leaving.
Cool.
Spruce. Oh, this is such a great support for your whole body.
I know you were so happy when you found out that was coming.
Yes, yes, yes. I love spruce. I love it in any format it comes in. The black spruce from Canada is particularly good because the area it comes from, there's not much pollution. So when they process this to make the wonderful oil for us, and you'll notice it's a little bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that tell you?
It's really important and it's special.
And you don't have to use a lot.
Oh no.
Okay, and this really helps emotionally with grounding, enduring in the next couple of weeks with all the shifts in the energy patterns that are taking place in the universe. Black spruce will be very helpful. and it brightens your skin. It's great for balancing the bacteria on your skin. And people go like, what? Well, one of the reasons we don't want you reusing washcloths or using washcloths on your face is because you move bacteria around rather than eliminate it. When you
Right.
use the balancing of the doTERRA products for skin, or if you use oils to treat you know, acne, kid skin, little things. The amazing thing is it only takes care of the bacteria that shouldn't be there.
Hmm.
Smart. The oils are smart. Emily talked about promoting healthy pregnancy by applying it directly to motivate, again, oxygen through all of the cool parts of being pregnant. It
Mm.
protects cell and renewing, protects brain and memory function. It releases negativity and overcomes blockages. Sometimes people have fears when it comes to um, pregnancy. We actually have used it in the last week for people. Our neighbor goes in for chemotherapy and she has a really hard time overcoming her fears of the side effects. So, that makes it worse, right?
Sure.
We were working with her about talking to her cells, talking to herself to accept the fact that it's medication that she wants to help her. She has to accept it. And she has to say things like, this is going to help my cells, this is going to help my body, and I accept it. And she called me last night and said, well, you were right. They had no trouble with my veins today. So she's really working at it so she will feel better. Black spruce is one of the things we had her use to inhale it to give her courage, to inhale it while she's there so she doesn't have some of the other fragrances going on that are going on in the room where there's several people getting chemotherapy at the same time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep, we use party in a tube, use 6 drops only when you put it in the inhaler. I know a lot of recipes say you can use 11 drops when you prepare an inhaler. With many of the doTERRA oils, it's not necessary to use 11 drops. It will still last 13 months when you create a party in a tube. But with something, think of it, little bottles, don't use more than 6 drops.
Hmm.
And bacteria balance we talked about. Um, whoops. Apply to low back diluted for calming and reduction of inflammation. Apply to muscles before exercise and after to reduce cramping and lactic acid gathering. One of our friends in tennis, um, her name just flew out of my head. She did a commercial for doTERRA because she actually uses the doTERRA oils before she goes on the court. And she's been on national, international TV. Oh, what is her name? I'll think of it later. Anyhow, she's pretty amazing, um, and she loves it. And when they have the ability to say it right out loud on TV, they use it every day.
Oh, sure. I thought Emily also mentioned that if you diffused it, it was going to help clear airways and help breathing.
Yes.
Um, is that just opening them up, or is it eliminating stuff that's blocking? How does that work for that?
With the spruces, what it does is it floats debris away so that people can expectorate. It loosens things up so they can breathe easier, they can move out naturally the debris they don't want there in the lungs.
Oh, okay. So it's going to help clear congestion and things. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Like frankincense or cypress to support delivery of oxygen right across the blood-brain barrier. The tiny molecules are great for brain and limbic health. Carry away debris you don't want in your brain. Also helpful if you drink lots of water when you want to wash out stinking thinking. It supports cognitive function, memory recall. Put a few drops in the palm of your hand, rub it together, inhale. Very clearing and refreshing. And
Great.
there's more protocols on the website, oilsandyou with drsue.com. Lemon
Wonderful.
eucalyptus, yay!
Yay.
People are like, we're laughing and saying, lemon, why do we need another eucalyptus? Oh, this stuff is great. Okay, studies showed lemon eucalyptus 97% effect repel mosquitoes for up to 4 hours. Michigan is in the news along with 6 other states because the mosquitoes in parts of our lakes are carrying the EEE virus, which is killing kids because parents don't understand how quickly it can make people sick.
Yeah, here
Um,
too.
the CDC confirms that lemon eucalyptus oil is more effective than any DEET to repel mosquitoes. Incredible cleansing agent both for airborne pathogens and surfaces. Again, I dropped off a bottle of this at one of the senior centers here because they were already reporting that they had flu coming in and out. And they had diffusers already. They were not using the best brand possible. So I just suggested they might try this and maybe some On Guard and maybe some Wild Orange in their different rooms since they already had the diffusers. I said, just for a week, just try mine. So we'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully it'll help. That's great.
Okay. Candida is one of the biggest infections and epidemics we have across the United States thanks to sugar and chemicals that we add in our food. And it's men and women, and it's not just yeast infections. Candida albicans looks like dandelion blooms in your blood work when we put it through the um, electronic microscope. It's really exciting, and you can see it. Yes. Um, Emery just asked, will other fur oils work for congestion? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The fur trees are all amazing, whether it's Douglas fir, white fir, whatever you have on hand. The ticket is you use it consistently and you dilute it. You can diffuse it. You can dilute it 1 to 1 and put a little bit on your chest. Wait 20 minutes, put a little bit more on your chest. But the thing is, you need to use it over and over. Sometimes breathe is too strong and it'll work, but then it seems like, wait, the congestion came back. Well, it didn't come back. Breathe was peeling it off in layers, and it was very effective. It works great. But we really like the firs and the eucalyptus oils for gentle processing out. Was that clear?
Oh, yeah, that was clear.
And you guys know about biofilm? You have an example right in your mouth of plaque.
Yes.
Our friend um, Janet in Spokane would tell us about how much plaque she would see when she used to clean people's teeth. And now they have understood that biofilm can manifest anywhere in the body where there's gathering of toxins and sort of half dead cells that never really went away. And then it becomes like this gelatinous mass around organs or attached to organs that deprive those systems of oxygen. I'm just giving you a Reader's Digest condensed version. It's not very scientific, but I want you to understand that biofilm is becoming a bigger and bigger concern within the human physiology because people can function so well for so long
Mm-hmm.
and they don't understand there's anything wrong until all of a sudden systems are not working overall.
Right.
The lemon eucalyptus is excellent. You can put it in a capsule. You can use it on the bottom of your feet every night. You can remember to drink a lot of water and avoid obvious sugar, especially after 6 p.m. How many people tell us about that extra glass of wine they need at night? And I'm sorry, wine's full of sugar, and how your body processes it is sugar. If you want to address a condition, have your wine early in the day. Just don't drive. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Lemon eucalyptus. It's refreshing. It's happy. It will defeat it. How I use it as a repellent. I put it. There's this nice spray bottle we got with TerraShield in it. I add the lemon eucalyptus right to it
Mm-hmm.
for the insect repellent for dogs. I rub it on my hands, and I rub it over their fur, starting at the back of their neck, going down to their tail. Remember, fur is like hair, it's hollow. So whatever you rub on the fur is going to go in through the shafts of the hair to the skin. It's amazing. That's why we like to put oils in our shampoo, because while you're cleaning your hair is absorbing what you put on it, even though you rinse it. You're inspiring healthy molecules into your scalp. So when
Uh-huh.
you're applying the lemon eucalyptus to deter mosquitoes, we spritz. I like have the little girls next door. I spritz above their head and have them do the princess twirl, and that way it settles on their whole body. And then I spray the ankles in particular, because we have things out here that are called like swales in front of the homes, and or like little ditches where it's moist most of the time. We have beautiful cattails, but we also have lovely, lovely mosquitoes. Okay. And here's another way. Um,
Bugs Away. I love it.
Pardon?
I said, I love the name, Bugs Away.
Bugs away. You just have to remember, if you're going to do this for a picnic or a party, it's really important that you, um, here's a good recipe, Dina. Um, it's really important that you apply consistently. If you're spraying outside or you have diffusers going outside, what's
Uh-huh.
really cool is that you restock it, add things to it. Friends of ours were surprised on our deck. We had a diffuser on one corner and another corner, and the whole deck area, which is open, didn't have any bugs. They went like, "How did you do that?" And I said, "Well, it conditions the air. It conditions the air, and it ionizes the air in the immediate. Unless you have a big breeze blowing, your molecules are going to stay close to you in like a 14 by 12 area. It just is."
Right. Yeah, people don't understand that diffusing outside is really can be really, really effective to keep bugs away, just really to do anything, or even just to enjoy a nice scent of one of our oils.
Yeah, my sister has a gazebo that is open. I mean, it has a top on it, pretty little,
Hmm.
you know, shafts that hold up the ceiling. But again, we diffused right in there, and people would come in and out of the gazebo going like, "Wow, this is like it's a closed room. It's so cool. It smells great in here. I don't feel any bugs." But outside there were bugs. If you discourage them, they will go look for food elsewhere.
Hmm.
10 lemon eucalyptus, 10 citronella, 10 cherish shield, filled to the top. Okay, a 30 ml spray.
And I had an experience with lemon eucalyptus on its own. They were doing some work in the house, and when they're sawing and doing things, you get that smell in the house, and it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't something I enjoyed. And I diffused some lemon eucalyptus, and let me tell you, it was like an odor eater. It was terrific. It really took those smells away and really just replaced it with a clear, pleasant environment. It was very nice.
Right, and with the citronella, you're automatically going to help brains. With the citronella, it's excellent for clearing debris. I use citronella now with the celery seed to help get rid of things we don't want there. The
Hmm.
citronella is also very good for digesting old things that you don't want in your body anymore, or old ideas.
Hmm.
The world is flat. No, I don't think it is. Try some citronella, you'll be open to the idea that it might be round.
Okay.
Okay, Deb, you said this is one of your favorite things. There was a little magic box in our bag, doTERRA. You really should go online. They have the co-impact sourcing stories as part
Yes.
of your doTERRA back office. It is amazing the investment doTERRA is making in the whole world, every place they go for harvesting, to plan for the future. doTERRA's owners, as you know, are all families, and they don't plan to sell it no matter who offers them what. They are planning for 25 years from now. They are
Hmm.
investing in people. They're investing in areas where the soil is still clean, and they're very clever. If you can have a chance to see the live streaming with the co-impact sourcing, they're very clever at how they hire good business people in the
Mhm.
areas where crops are growing to figure out A, what can best enhance the lifestyle of the people involved with the crop, and
Yep.
how can we encourage them to wait to the right time to harvest, so we get the best possible chemistry for what we want to offer.
Yeah, those stories were really amazing. And what I really like about the co-impact sourcing is that they're enabling people to become independent, and to they help them have a savings plan, and they help them plan for the future. And that's really a nice positive experience on top of what we reap from it, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And many different people from doTERRA for years have gone on these trips and have, helped build schools and help build
Yep.
the get fresh water irrigation systems. And it's amazing how you change people's lives for generations.
Hmm.
Been inspired by the owners of doTERRA. They have had these ideas for years and years, and wanted to develop a culture in which this would be natural and be part of it.
Right.
So, you were saying earlier, which one of these do you use?
I have been diffusing the oil in my diffuser daily. It's amazing. If you look at what the blend is made up of, it's magnificent tools that we've all been using for well-being and happiness, and magnolia and neroli and lavender and copaiba. All those are just great, and they've added sweet gum and rosemary to it, as well as our wild orange and spearmint. And I love the smell, because I actually like all of those oils individually as well, and have used them for similar reasons. But I love the smell in the room when I'm working. It really is a very uplifting. You feel motivated, energized. It's just a really feel happy feeling. That's for me. I've really enjoyed that.
Right, and this whole system was initiated because of doTERRA's gentle inroads into the areas of mental wellness.
Mm-hmm.
It actually started years ago in Japan because the suicide rate there was so high. doTERRA was trying to come up with a formula that could help with people who were depressed, with young people, or people who just were not coping well. And that's where DDR Prime came from.
Yes.
And that's a really cool story that Dr. Hill will tell once in a while of how they put it together. But they've been concerned about mental wellness due to the electronic changes in the world, due to the economic changes in the world for a very long time. And so this has been in the making individually and then together for quite some time, because of the level of anxiety, because of worrying, because of what people think anxiety is and
Mm-hmm.
what it really is that affects everything. I've admired doTERRA's choices to give us so many things to help with digestion, to help us process pain, to help
Yes.
us address um, pain seriously. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was agreeing with you in that, yeah, their focus is so right on with what's needed in the world today.
And anxiety is intrusive thoughts, being sure you will die, feeling guilty and too much, feeling drained, being sure you will go crazy, avoidance and shame, compulsive behavior, 101 physical symptoms. And um, children that have emotional outbursts, and children today, at the same time, there's so much education we need to give our kids. We are so blessed to have so many gifted children being born in the last 20 years. They are amazing. They come in predisposed to art and music. They come in predisposed to many good things. but sometimes their brain is way ahead of their maturity and they have trouble expressing. Sometimes, Deb, you've worked with many kids like this.
I have.
They become social outcasts or they become more frustrated in social encounters because they think everybody should see things the way they see it. They think everybody should feel the way they feel because they can anticipate problems. And with a whole generation of these really bright, talented kids, we've all used different oil blends to try to help them calm down, help them be patient with the rest of us,
Yeah.
so that we can catch up with them. And I love this. And I just think it's amazing what we can do for each other.
hmm the number of younger children that have now been diagnosed over the past year, that just with the clients that I've worked with generalized anxiety disorder has increased tremendously. And these kids don't even know why they feel the way they feel, but it does, as you said, impact them socially so much that they're not interacting with anyone. They don't really get along with it. They don't have friends. I mean, like what 8-year-old do you know does not have friends? But I've seen this over and over again this past year, and it's really disturbing. So I'm grateful for products like this. I really am.
Well, not only that, but we've had the kids kit, and that was brilliant. The way doTERRA put that together, absolutely brilliant. But
Absolutely.
part of it, we need to educate the parents they've done nothing wrong. We need to
hmm
educate the grandparents and the aunts and uncles that there are choices, and you don't have to point any fingers. You don't have to say, oh, it's that grandma's fault. Oh, it's that grandpa's fault. Oh, it's the neighbor's fault. Understand you, even with diffusing, this is the path. This is where the oils go. This is why it affects your systems. When you
hmm
have very bright children, the synapse of the brain is going to be at a higher rhythm. It's going to be a higher rate. It's difficult for the wisdom of the soul to stay in pace. So when you provide diffusing of a friendly nature, when you provide tools that can be very helpful, you really need to go with what's going on. You can't pretend we can put these kids in a box. I'm showing you pictures of our personal peaceful growth calendar because this has become a major tool in some of our basic skills classrooms. This has become a major tool in some of our gifted schools where people break down the days by this is Tommy's day. Tommy's going to talk about the virtue today. Tommy's going to start our affirmation. People are using things like this with oils to support kids being unique and help
hmm
them with affirmations from a very young age, using oils, using music. We love music with our kids because the gift of music captures the brain, helps them reorganize.
Yes.
And it really does help with accepting because parents all suffer from peer group pressure too. Sometimes when I'm invited to talk to groups of parents, they're surprised that my mission is to say, you haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. Stop feeling guilty. Stop compensating. Because that's not the issue. That is not what we're here for. We're here to help the kids thrive with their gifts and identify their gifts. And that way it helps with everything else. So we recommend you use these. The other part that doTERRA is addressing over and over again is people's inability to sleep. I just need you to understand so many things when you're working with clients, when you're working with people who come to you and say, oh, I can't sleep. They're also suffering from possible beginnings of the manifestations of these things. So it's important you treat the whole person, not just the sleep issue. So you know
hmm
what I'm going to say, right?
Yes.
Stop the sugar. Stop the white
Right down. Yes.
drink your water. Drink your water. Help them first with things they can control. And if you initiate 3 weeks of sugar free, 3 weeks of white flour free. And on our Facebook page and on our secret YouTube page, we'll show you that page in a minute. We have lots of webinars to help you with the 3-week abstinence from sugar. It's amazing how you offer people oils and things they can control themselves to sleep better, to feel better, to make better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the things that are helpful from adaptive and the grouping. Feelings of tranquility, uplifting, mood boosting, composure, reduces stress, increases focus, concentration, motivation, mental and physical resiliency, because if you're resting and you're calm, you burn less energy. You have more energy to apply to the things you like. You can apply at the back of the neck, over the chest, palms, and inhale. Use before stressful situations to help maintain composure. Use to massage shoulders and neck to ease tension, relieve fatigue. Roll on the wrists and the temples. You will be amazed at how, if you do this a couple times today, you will feel better. And please remember, most people never heal because they stay in their heads replaying corrupted scenarios. Let it go. The word corrupted I take to mean angled against yourself.
Yes.
So when we take the capsules, I take them at night. I've had people start a half hour after dinner taking the Aptiva. When do you take it, Debbie?
I haven't actually used the capsules yet because I'm doing the other scenario with the turmeric and the copaiba.
Okay.
I've been doing the diffusing, but I do plan to take it, and I'll probably take them with dinner.
Okay. Well, that's what I recommend people start with, because some people are going to become sleepy because their body needs the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take it first thing in the morning, you're on your way to work, you start yawning, you go, uh-oh, I am so relaxed. Not a
Yeah,
good sign.
that's not good.
And other people are going to need two. They're not going to take just one. But you have to start slow.
Of course.
Remember, the systemic pathway for the capsules is neurological and biochemical. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing how it will affect you biochemically. We have an in-depth webinar in the process right now. It'll be a couple of days before it's going to be posted to the website. The reason we have the website is many things that are on the website are non-compliant, and I've tried to be really good today and be very compliant. The limbic system, okay, whenever you can't smell something or taste something, it's because your limbic system is choked. It may be an indicator that your body hangs on to toxins differently than other people. So, if you use the oils consistently, if you use the roll on consistently, you will start clearing your limbic system. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, actually. Mm-hmm. Get rid of those toxins any way we can.
Right. And a couple people just reported they've been giving it to their special needs children in a capsule format, and the relief is amazing. Okay, this peppermint thing is amazing. Dr. Hill said right from the beginning that people are full of it. So when people are full of it, this is a motivator. This is specific for digestion and lower intestines, improving overall digestive cells and ultimately whole body wellness. One nice lady wrote to me and said, I had what I thought was food poisoning. I took this and cleared everything out of my system. It was amazing. Dr. Hill wasn't kidding. People wanted to know what this is for. This is for your digestive system. Think of it as an oil change. Think of it as a great tune-up. It's to relax the gastrointestinal muscles, calm the stomach and intestinal tract. It will, I would always start with one. Hello, one. I know it says 1 to 2, but they're talking about people who have a long-term need help with breakdown. The other lady wrote to me about outgassing. She said that when she took the peppermint to help her, that she had a lot of bloating and outgassing. Well, what that means is the oils are doing their job. They're breaking down old, really hard, crusty waste material that's called putrefaction in your intestinal tract. That means it's working. That's really good. You need a lot of PB assist. I would get PB assist and take 2 a day for at least 45 days. I would use the Terrazyme at every meal to help break down the old things without having a social concern. Was that diplomatic?
That was very diplomatic. And I do want to caution that some of the people that decided to try that right away at convention really had to make certain that they were near a bathroom. So for your first experience, some people might want to make sure that they're at home when they take it.
Enteric coated means it doesn't break down in your stomach. It breaks down in your intestinal tract.
Right.
That's why doTERRA is so clever to have that patent. When you are in your back office, I want you to look up the Roseman University reports because they did research on many essential oil brands and companies. And the results for doTERRA, of course, were number one. Sorry, we got to hurry. The turmeric that is capsule within a capsule is is to take care of delivery. Now, doTERRA has been working on turmeric for distribution in a way that will address both repair and declare. So I need you to get this. Joint tissue and function, bioavailability is a challenge with turmeric anyway. And they combine turmeric oil with turmeric as a botanical. This is an amazing gift. They've done the research. They knew it was possible because in the herbal format, which is what has been readily available everywhere for about 10 years, and it's talked about, oh, it's so good. It only worked really well if it was properly combined with other elements because its bioavailability was difficult, meaning the body couldn't process it to produce the results that were advertised. doTERRA is very careful to make sure whenever they introduce something to us, it is bioavailable. Now, this dual chamber capsule is an amazing miracle. And when you want to treat inflammation throughout your body and your joints, if you already have a diagnosed condition to do with inflammation, Dr. Hill recommended 2 turmeric in the morning, 2 copaiba in the evening, and give your body a chance to get used to these things. And his suggestion was that perhaps in 3 to 4 weeks you would notice a change. And I just love watching him say things like that because he's really saying far more than what his lips said.
Yes.
The internal change is great. Last year, you heard me talk over and over again about how I love turmeric because in the format they delivered to us, it initiates repair throughout your body. Because repair is like the last bottom drawer. Your body doesn't, it'll take care of everything else ahead of repair. So if you're on a sugar binge, you're creating damage and your body's not going to have time for repair. If you're constipated, your body's going to be battling toxins on a regular basis. It won't have time to repair your joints. It's going to make the pain more difficult. It's going to cause trouble. Okay?
Love this.
Yeah, this particular combination doesn't need black pepper to work anymore. One of
No.
the we took the black pepper, we took the pink pepper, we took the frankincense. There were a lot of different recipes we had with basic turmeric to initiate the bioavailability and to reduce oxidative damage. It was amazing. And again, people are keeping track with the calendar, writing in to turmeric, to copaiba, PB assist, turmeric, copaiba, Terrazyme. They're writing it in and saying their affirmations so they can make a difference in their body and they can track it. Notice you get to fill in your own dates. Isn't that exciting?
Love it.
Okay, now this is a dual chamber capsule. It's really fun. Use as a daily supplement. With the oil, you can use the oil in combination with black pepper, apply it to your joints just like you always did. If you're going to do this internally, understand this is going to be an internal remedy, and you really do need to drink water. Please drink water. And Dr. Hill and Emily both talked about your 20-minute walks. You have to move things around. If you don't move things around, they can't leave. They'll just like get loose, but they'll sit still. It'll be like plaque building up inside your mouth. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense. And I've never seen Dr. Hill stress movement as much as he did this year. So he's really telling people you got to get out there and move.
Right. That's how cell replacement takes place. That's how waste elimination takes place. That's how you optimize oxygen delivery so you're making the best possible cells according to your DNA and RNA. You need water. You need to feed the nutrients. Like I said, I keep talking about the website because that's where more in-depth information is showing up and appearing on a regular basis. And it's sorry, it is non-compliant. I apologize, but people want to know, what can I do for this? What can I do for that? Deb and I agreed at the beginning of this webinar that if you write questions about the new products to
happycal359@gmail.com. That's
okay,
HAPPYCAL359.
we will set up an answer webinar on the new products for next week. And the subscription is Oils and You with drsue.com. It's something Paul and Terry Helms initiated because they really wanted to educate people, because these are amazing gifts. And they thought, well, if we put a website together and we all work on it, it will be amazing. Tell them about our secret webinars, Deb.
Yes, all the things that we have are recorded and they are found on YouTube. Don't get surprised. The name that it's under is Marie Dora. It's fine. It's us. And they're there. If you want more information about that, write me and I will forward that to you. So, and I just want to say, for those of you that are doing classes and things on products, the oils with you and Dr. Sue, it's not just the video that you can see, but there's a lot of extra informational pages that you can print out and have to provide you with more knowledge in how to help the people that you're working with. So there's really a great reason to sign up and subscribe to that. I use it.
Yes, and what it is I have more than 60 years of practical experience, and that means I made mistakes along the way and I had to learn from my mistakes. And the question place is happycal359@gmail.com. And thank you guys for sending nice thank you notes. We love you guys too. That's why we do this. Just remember, my husband's retired now, the foxy dude. He took an early retirement and we're in Michigan. And a lot of days he'll say, well, I'm going to go out back in the woods. You want to come? And I say, no, I got to work on a webinar.
That's true.
So, he's a really nice guy who totally supports this. I mean, remember, for years he'd come home and he'd find strangers sleeping on his recliner that smelled like oils because somebody came over to get treated. Okay. It's just how our life has been. And we love you guys. And please check out Facebook pages. And you'll find out I'm traveling with PJ Hanks, who just did a new book, and we're very excited about that. And if you want us to come to your area, one lady wrote last night and said, how many people do I need to get together for you to fly? That depends how much the ticket is. So write to me and know that we do groups of 50 to 100. Deb and I create games. We talk about business. We talk about everything to help you be successful. And thank you guys for sending thank yous to Deb and I both. We really
Yep.
appreciate your time and your sharing and help people order. Remember, not October 1st. We always encourage people to order on the 2nd moving forward. The reason we encourage people to do that is sometimes in the past, when calibrating took place by doTERRA and people were registering people at the last minute, signing up new people, sometimes the orders would get booked to last month instead of this month. It may not be happening anymore, but we encourage people in our team to go to the 2nd. And thank you, Miss Deb, for your time and energy. And I do love sharing with all of our friends at convention next year. We're going to have a secret class on Labor Day, just so you know. So write to Deb and ask about when the secret class is.
Yes,
And,
we're already preparing. We're so excited.
and I am
Thank
sorry.
you, Sue. Thank you for imparting all this information. I still continue to learn from you on a regular basis, and I appreciate it. And thanks to all of our listeners.
Thank you
Everybody,
guys.
enjoy
Have
the
a
day.
great day.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.